taking me home. One thing really do one.
Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to 2019. I hope you've had a beautiful holiday season. I hope Christmas, Kwanzaa, and New Year's was really great for you, and I hope you've had a beautiful start starting out 2019. I've been going for about a week now. A lot of the videos that I had planned for after Christmas leading into the new year with unboxing, clothing try-on hauls, and also a New Year's Eve look didn't happen. Christmas started out, the week of Christmas, my children got sick. And then after that, my husband got sick with a viral infection and wound up having to go to the hospital. So now we're finally getting everybody back well, back in school, back to work, and here we are. So we're not going to do a long introduction. Typically, this is what I look like when I'm around the house. My hair is braided and put away into a protective hairstyle. I'm not natural, but I'm not permed. I am Texlaxed. So I do experience a lot of shrinkage with my hair, like natural, but it doesn't stay completely stretched out like if your hair was permed. Anyway, enough of that. I got the hair pushed back. Today I decided to do get ready with me, talk through a complete get ready with me, with makeup, with hair, and the actual outfit. So the eyebrows are already done. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this eye look. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette with these shades. And I'm also going to be using two of the Makeup Addiction Cosmetic palettes. The first one I'm going to be using is the Vintage palette with those shades. And the next one I'll be using is going to be the MEADOW palette with these shades. So I saw a couple of looks that intrigued me that I really wanted to get into. I was inspired by a look that I saw on Instagram. And this is the look that I saw. And if you can see that, for a Makeup Obsession by Makeup Cheryl, she posted this look, and I just thought that was a truly stunning, beautiful look. So I wanted to go ahead and take a play off of that look. That look inspired the look that I'm about to do now. I'm using my J5 rounded eye brush, blending brush from Juvia's Place. This brush is amazing. I literally can do an entire look with just this one brush, but I'm going to go into the shade Caramelize in the Too Faced palette, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my crease. So hopefully you guys have had a great start to your new year and everything has started out well. And again, I'm not really sure if I said it, but I'm already starting out with an actual primed, clean, moisturized face, and my eyebrows are already done. And of course, I didn't actually set the primer on my eyelids. I did use the Covergirl Lid Lock. Yeah, I used the Covergirl Lid Lock Up eyeshadow primer for both my eyelids and also my eyebrows. And the eyebrows, of course, are done with the Bellegant Cosmetics Goof Proof eyebrow pencil in 6. And I also went in with the Styli Style. This is the actual eyeliner, but the bronze in it really comes off as highlights in my eyebrows. This is the Line and Seal 24 Twist and Topaz from Styli Style. And of course, to outline the, to do the cleanup with the eyebrows, I use the NYX concealer. This is the Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer in the shade CJ07, which is the color tan. And we're just going to go in here and lay down the actual color. And because I have hooded eyes, I have to go above my actual crease. And because it kind of comes down over here a little bit, I take it further out. So this way, it lifts my eyes and also opens my eyes. And it'll give it, I have round almond eyes that are hooded. Worst eye type ever. But by doing my eyeshadow above my actual crease and bringing it out into a cat wing, I get more of an almond cat eye. And you can still see my eyeshadows. So how have you guys been? What have you guys been up to? Hopefully everything was good for you and your year has started out pretty well. Hopefully we didn't start out with the buffoonery that we've seen happen on the Shade Room within 3 hours of 2019. Like, social media isn't for everything, and social media shouldn't actually be the blueprint or the timeline of your life. Definitely thought we was gonna leave that in 2019, but apparently not. Yeah, I have like, I want to say 5 clothing hauls that I got to get out for you guys. My clothing hauls, I have 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of them are gonna be dressy girl clothes, dresses and jumpsuits and stuff like that. A couple of sweater dresses and stuff like that for you guys. But I also know that not everybody is really into, you know, a sexy dress or a sweater dress or some of the jumpsuits and stuff. You know, that may not be your comfortability level. Typically when you see me, unless this is a date night or an event or something I have to go to, I'm not wearing that either. Typically when you see me, you're going to see me in some sports gear and or some athletic regular jumpsuits or sweatsuits. Typically Champion sweatsuits, Adidas sweatsuits, Fila sweatsuits, stuff like that. So I went ahead and placed the order for some new ones for this winter. And of course, with that type of gear, you can wear that in the actual autumn, fall time, winter time, and also springtime. It's something really great just to throw on as you have to go out throughout your actual day. Now, I do want to go in and deepen that up just a little bit. So I'll go ahead and deepen that up with this color right here, Dusk, in the Meadow palette. Same brush, haven't switched brushes out yet, but I'm going to go ahead and take this a little bit lower into that actual crease to actually sit into that actual crease. But yeah, those are the 5 clothing hauls I have coming for you guys. Plus I have a whole lot of unboxings with new makeup. Black Friday was a hot mess. Black Friday and Cyber Monday was a hot mess because the shipping time frames were ridiculous. I know here in Metro Atlanta, we had a lot of problem with our packages. And of course, you know, our previous president died, and then we had a holiday come up that wasn't planned where, you know, postal services and stuff stopped running. So that delayed shipping during the holiday season, plus all of the other holiday packages. So a lot of orders we placed on Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday didn't come in until the middle of December. I know some of my packages, I just actually got one of my packages in yesterday, and I was like, really? But, you know, some of the companies had already let me know that it was going to be a 4 to 6 week delivery time frame. And other companies that typically deliver within 3 to 7 business days was more like 7 to 14 business days. So by the time I got in most of my packages, yeah, my children got sick and then my husband got sick. So I wasn't able to do anything with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in here and set down this actual eyebrow. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe E15. And I'm going to go ahead and go into this top color in the Meadow palette. This is the Sweet Peach. I'm going to go into this one right here and set that down. So this is perfect. I don't have to do anything else additional with this one. So this works perfect. And I'll go ahead and go back over with the original brush I was just using and just blend that through. And again, this is the reason why I love this Juvia's Place brush, because it goes in and buffers out harsh lines flawlessly. And I always bring it and round it off into my brow, because that's going to start my actual cat shape, because I need that area there. Don't have the biggest lids, so because I don't have the biggest lids, I have to make sure I maximize the space I have and also cheat the space and the shape of my actual brows. Now I want to go ahead and lay down, take Slate Green, which is this shade right here, which is such a pretty shade. And I'm going to go ahead and take that on a dry brush first, no additional product. And this is going to be on a just a 233 crease brush. We'll go in and lay it down. And I like using a flat brush to actually do this, because it creates the perfect tip right here at the top to create a little bit of a line for me. Now I'll go with the shade right below it, and that is going to be Crushed Blueberry. And I'll use that to deepen up my outer side. Same flat brush. And I'll just use that out here, just to add a little bit of depth. But those are the clothing hauls that I have coming for you guys from a couple of boutiques and also from online big box haulers. A lot of the actual orders I have for the actual hauls are, I have a couple of main ones coming in from MAC, Sephora, and Ulta, of course. But most of my hauls are actually coming in from indie brands, because they really kill the game for me for 2018. My indie brands really showed up and showed out, and I'm here for it. Just being able to have the blendability, the type of products that they offer. I'm still waiting on 2 more orders to actually come in. They did reach out and let us know via email that it would be back ordered, but we could still place the actual order. So I'm pretty cool with that. And I'm going to be using the Vintage palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Amber, which is this shade right here. And I'm using this on my Sonia G Worker 1 brush. This brush is so phenomenal because it goes in and it allows me to help clean up and blend. And I love this brush. But yeah, that's what I got coming up for you guys, and that's where I've been. Luckily for me, everything and everybody in my family, they're doing fine and everybody's okay. Thank God for that. I do want just a little bit of shimmer up on that actual brow bone area, so I'm going to go into Nectar in the Sweet Peach palette right here. Yeah, but now that we're into the new year, this is a time where you're supposed to be, you know, going in and saying what you want your New Year's resolutions and things to be. You know, some of the things that you have planned that you want to go ahead and get done this year that you may not have done last year. If you've achieved and reached all your goals from last year, then these are the new goals you're working on for this year, which is a beautiful thing. Right now, I'm just going back in with my actual crease colors and pin them back down, so I don't lose that as I go through this transition. But yeah, I hope everything is good for you guys. As far as New Year's resolutions, my New Year resolution is just to really grow and feed my channel and my brand, and really get together some great things for you guys. You know, I announced last year, I let you guys know that as soon as I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, I am doing my actual giveaway. It looks rough and crazy right now, guys, but it'll come together. It always does. And I'll be going back in with that shimmer shade that I was telling you guys about, this one. But before I do that, I'm actually going to go in with this green shade to give the look just a little bit more depth. And it's Poison Ivy. And right here in between these two, I'll put Poison Ivy just to bring a little bit more depth into the look. Now we're going to go ahead and take the blue. But yeah, I got most of the stuff ready for the giveaway that I wanted to do. I realized how much I had for the giveaway, and I think I'm going to do 2 winners. But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Not in a bad way. Definitely not in a bad way. I'm taking and wetting my brush with the e.l.f. Matte Magic Misted Set. I think the winners will be truly happy with the packages that I've put together for you guys. And while I was going through the packages, making sure, you know, when you get your packages in, you try to go through it and make sure, hey, what you ordered is on the package slip and nothing's broke or anything like that. As I was actually going through the package, I came across a couple of dupes, and I also came across a battle of that I wanted to do for a concealer and a foundation. I actually was able to dupe one of MAC's products. So instead of paying 30 something for a foundation, I was able to find a dupe to where we're able to get it for $10 or less, especially if you have a coupon for it shopping at Ulta. So that's definitely on the list coming up. The new foundation that I wanted to try is coming in from Note, and this is their Mattifying Extreme Wear Foundation. And this is in the shade TERRA, shade 108. Comes with the pump. Happy about that. Go ahead and pump it out. And this is going to be a really quick get ready with me. And I'm going to show you the way that I've been doing my makeup here lately when I need to get ready to go and get some things done. And most of my hair will be covering this. I have no clue while I still continue to do that side of my face, knowing my hair will cover it. But I'm going to go ahead and do my contour, foundation, and concealer and base all in the same go. And I am using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is in C16. And for concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Colourpop Tan 50. I need to order new ones. I know they've changed the actual numbering of the actual shades, but of course this is when I had ordered them from the beginning. And you know, throughout this process, I realized that I totally forgot to prime my actual face. Sometimes that happens, you know. I have no clue how that happened specifically today with me, but yeah. Totally forgot to prime my actual face. But I like to go in and in one. I'm using the Real Techniques. This is the Instapop face brush. wetting that down just a little bit. And we're gonna show you how I actually like to go in here and just do it all in one swoop, because this is a pretty quick get ready with me, so I can go ahead and get this done and get ready to go. I'll blend out the base color first. Pretty much make sure that's down and blended first. And then I'll go in and blend out the nose and under the eyes. Once I have that down and blended, I'll start to go ahead and go into the contour shade and work that on down. No extra product or anything. And as you can see how it already starts, see that? See how it already starts to create the actual shadows? So that is one thing I'm definitely loving. And go ahead and blend it on into the hairline. And this is a quick, I need to be beat, but I gotta go, I got stuff to do. So I don't have time for all these steps type of situation that I love to go in here and do. Because I'm able to get all of the definition and everything that I need without having to worry about all the different steps. And that's just really by combining all the steps together. And once I have that in and down, you'll already see, well, hold on. Let's go ahead and do a better job of blending out that forehead. Yeah, when you're blending, you definitely sometimes want to take a step back and actually look at it and make sure it's not looking too rough. I want just a little bit more definition coming through this cheek, since this is the one you're really gonna see. This one will be covered by the hair, so I don't care about taking it too far back on that side. So I'll go ahead and just press up. Taking just the tip of the brush and I'm pressing up like this. So it blends further into my actual cheek and it doesn't come down and muddy my actual jawline down here. So if you can see, I'm pressing up and leaving that pretty clear. Same thing on this side. Pressing up and bringing it out. Because you already have your foundation shade and everything here. So it'll help blend it flawlessly across your actual cheek. And you go in and press it the other way to help it blend in a little bit better. So you get that definition there. So I'm going to be setting and working with Patrick's powder. I went ahead and put some in the actual lid. Not a big fan of this packaging. I just wish it was the regular packaging. But before I go in and do that, I do have my damp. This is a diamond blender from Real Techniques. I'll go back in over my face. I love going back in with an actual sponge to make sure that blend is completely perfect and laid down. And before I go back in with the under eye, because they've already creased, I'll go ahead and go in here and blend that out. Now that I have that done, I'll go ahead and take a bigger brush, a denser brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Kokie 618 brush into the actual powder and press it in with the rest of my skin. And I'll go back in and fix the eyebrows here in just a moment. Now I'll go in and start to finish up these under eyes. I'm taking my It's My Red BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. On my lower line, I'm going to go ahead and use Pink Blossom because the eyes today are going to be completed out using just a black liner. And I'm going back into my Urban Decay. And this is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is in Perversion. So we'll go ahead and line the inner part of the eyes and tight line with it. I wanted to make sure I laid that pink down first. So this way it didn't actually start to pull the black down before I was ready. And I'm taking it about 2/3 of the way out because although the lower lash line will be subtle, I do want a little bit of definition there. And right now my face looks all flat one color. Not too worried about that. I'll bring that back in just a second. But I'm going to go ahead and use my Luxie 141 mini round brush. I'm going to go back into that blue that I put on the outer part, which is Crushed Blueberry from the MEADOW palette. And I'll use this to add definition and connect it back. And I'm going to go into that orange that we used the first time around, that one right there. And I'll use this to bring underneath. So this way, the same color we have running through the crease is now running underneath it as well. And now I can go ahead and take my original Juvia's Place brush, make sure I don't have any additional product on this. And now this is where I'll go in and buff out this harshness. And now we're gonna go back into the same brush we were doing the pink with. We're gonna go ahead and wet it. And now we're gonna really bring the definition back to that pink underneath. Wet it one more time. This also helps with fallout. And you'll just go in and re-intensify that pink. And you can use this to now blend back and forth in between the blueberry and the orange. So for the eyes, we're pretty much done with that for now, outside of my inner corner. You know, days are gonna go by where Lynn is gonna do it in a corner. But now I wanna go ahead and add some color back to my actual face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Lancome Dual Finish in 460 Suede on the big brush that I had. And I always go over my under eye highlight with it, just to make sure I avoid flashback. Now I'll go ahead and work on defining my nose just a little bit. I'll go into my BH Cosmetics Pro shade 255, which is my bronzer shade from BH Cosmetics. This is the BH Studio Pro Sigma brush. And I use this to go in and do my nose. Starting from the front of it and bringing it down. Then I'll go ahead and start to blend and buff that into my actual brow, coming down my actual nose. And because I don't actually have a bridge, I have to always go in and fake it till I make it. So I'll take that same brush and clean it off. And I'll just go back in with an actual lighter powder down my actual nose just to clean that up just a little bit. I'm actually going to be taking Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in Peaches and Cream. This is a loose powder from their contour kit. So I'll be taking this one right here by Anastasia Beverly Hills on that same brush that I just cleaned off, and go in on my nose to lighten that center part up. And I'll go back underneath here, and this just really brings out the highlight. And I also like this just to go ahead and brighten the under eye, since it was kind of just blending in a little bit. And I'm going to take a Juvia's J121 angled contour brush, and we're just going to go in here and blend it out. So now that we have that part of it done, now I can go ahead and fix up the eyebrows just a little bit. Go in here and fix up the parts that kind of got taken away with all the powder we just put on them. And now I'll go ahead and set those brows down. Using my Tanya Crooks, the Brow Gal, and this is the Instant Brown Hair Tinted Brown Gel Microfibers, to go ahead and set them down and get rid of any powder that may have fell in those brows. And for blush, I'm going to start off with a base of my actual Bella from Juvia's Place, using my Kokie brush. This is just the base of what I'm about to do with the blush. Because for highlighter, I don't know if I want to use Patrick Star Baby Is Gold Outside, or if I want to use the new MAC Snow Flushed. Not really sure if I want to use that one, or if I want to use this one. I think I'll go in and do both. I'm going to go ahead and use Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter F03. I'm going to go ahead and do a base of the Patrick Star highlighter. And of course, this highlighter is really easy to build up. So it's a very normal, natural kind of like highlight with your actual face that you can go ahead and do. But I'm extra, so I want to amp that up just a little bit. So I'm going to go in and top it with this one. And this is also the one that I'll use going down the actual nose. It's actually giving off a pink gold. Now I'll go back in with the actual blush. Just a little bit, since this is a really highly pigmented blush. And I'll go ahead and go against everything to blend it all together. And it also brings out the pink and the one I just put over it. Go across the nose just a little bit. Now I'll go ahead and set this down. I'm going to be using the Glow For Me doll, the You Glow Girl setting mist. And this is the Melon Mist flavored one. And while that is setting on my face, of course, going back in with my sponge and just pressing it in. And the only reason why I go with the sponge to press it in is because you give it aid in helping set down the actual face. And of course, as that's almost finished drying on my face, I'm gonna go back in with my MAC one and just hit the high points. Right here. And now we can go back in and finish the actual eyes. For eyeliner, it's gonna be my NYX, the matte liquid liner. And I'm doing a pretty normal size wing, so I tell myself, until I try to go again and make the other side match up and it becomes a hot mess. Now if I can get this side to match up, that would be great. Eyeliner is the one thing that will play you every chance it gets. You be like, oh, okay, this is perfect, we're done. And then it'll go off and have a mind of its own. Now that we have the eyeliner done, we're gonna go ahead and do mascara. We'll go ahead and do Bad Gal Bang. Now I'm gonna go in with my Limitless mascara from Ulta Beauty. This is one of my favorite lower lash mascaras. I'm gonna go ahead and see what type of lash I wanna do. These are the Bellegant. These are the fake mink lashes, and this is in the style, I think it's in the style Love. I'll leave it below in the description. This is part of the haul that I got of their lashes that look like this. And while we're working on these actual lashes, what would you guys like to see next? What is it that you want me to go make an order for and review for you actual guys? Or what is it that you need help with and you want me to do a dedicated tutorial on? Or is it specific clothes that you were looking at but you weren't too quite sure, looking at the model versus how it may translate to a plus size woman, that you may have wanted me to take a look at the clothes, and if they have it in my size, I'm a size 2X, 3X guys. So if they have it in my size, of course, I can go ahead and take a look at that for you guys. Now that I went ahead and cut the beards off, the little edges on your lashes, I'm just gonna go in and take a look at it and see if it actually fits now. Or if I need to trim some more off. Yeah, it's too long. Because I have hooded eyes, I have to make sure that I don't have too much lash hanging off the actual end, because you want your lashes to go in and open your eyes. If you have too much lash hanging on the end, it'll start to droop down like this, and with a hooded eye, you will look horrible. Don't do it. So I cut about that much off on the end to shorten them up, because I wanted my eyes open. And then we can go ahead and do a lip color since the eyes are colorful. But I have to go out with my husband today and see his brother. Normally I would run out here with some hot fuchsia lips and stuff, but you know, it's not completely scared of family. You know how it goes. But at this point, they know me. They shouldn't expect anything less than Scary Terry from Rick and Morty. You know that episode where Rick and Morty was trying to figure out why Scary Terry was so scary. He was chasing them, told them they can run but they can't hide. Yeah. Now, I don't blow on my lashes or any of that. I let my lashes sit and get tacky on their own. And using the House of Lashes lash glue, which is the only lash glue that I use, takes about a good minute and 30 seconds. So while they are sitting getting tacky, I'll just typically just move on to another stage of my process. And even if I wait a little bit too long and it went from white to kind of bluish, because as it's drying, it goes from white to blue to clear, they'll still stick. That's the reason why I love them. But now we're ready for this final coat on my bottom lashes. Bad Girl Bang is what I'm going in with over the Ulta. And I love this combination. It doesn't flake on me. It separates my lashes. It makes them so black. It actually shows the length that I'm gaining with the oil, the growth oil that I've been putting on them. From She's Bomb Collection, their hair growth oil, because it says such a high concentration of vitamin E, I literally put that on my lashes. And while that's still drying, I am gonna go in with, I'll go in with this one. This is that MAC one. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and bring back my moles. Since one of you guys did ask me on my Instagram why I cover my moles, it's not like I do it on purpose to cover my moles. It's just makeup will cover your actual moles. And I am, for the most part, too lazy to go in and really care to bring them back. So I don't, for the most part. But what you'll do is, after you get through pinning your moles on, if you have to bring them back like the way I do, you'll just go over them with the actual face powder. Anyone to actually do. I'm just using my NYX since it was clear for me to grab. This is the NYX No Filter, and this is in the deep golden shade. So it actually doesn't look like something that's just actually sticking out on your actual face. Let it dry down just a little bit. But while we're letting that dry down, I'll go in and put my lashes on. And like I said, guys, always look down into your mirror when you're actually putting your lashes on. It'll make it easier. So just take and place them up like this and look down into your mirror. Tilt your head back and drop them down. I'll go in and push them down, and then I'll go in and merge them with my real lashes. And again, guys, you know the technique I do here. I take, and with my underhand on my real lashes, I take and slide that forward. Whereas on my pointer finger, the nail of my pointer finger, I'm pushing the lash band. I'm clamping it down, clamping it down. The lower one is doing like this against my lashes, and this is sliding back on the band to really push the band into the base. So there's no gap there with the actual lashes. Let's go ahead and do the lips. We're going to be using Top with Brandy. This is the MAC liquid lipstick they have. And we'll go ahead and do the lips. I absolutely love MAC's formula. MAC's formula is one of the few formulas that actually dries down without getting crackly. And before I do my makeup, I always make sure I do a lip scrub to get rid of any dead skin. And then I'll go on with my Laneige sleeping mask. And that's what I had on lips the whole time. So my lips are being moisturized and ready for a liquid lipstick. I know a lot of you guys have told me that the liquid lipstick is a little too dry for you, you don't like it, or whatever the case may be. Definitely exfoliate your lips first so it doesn't highlight texture. And then once you finish exfoliating your lips, immediately moisturize. So we'll go ahead and go back over this with the face powder, just so it looks more normal and natural. And now we'll go in and actually set the face down, since I forgot to put my primer. And this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. So now I'll just kind of take a look at it and see if there's anything else that I need to do or want to do. I do want the lips to be just a little brighter. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip. And this is in the shade Lost. Since that is a little too dark for this actual look. It doesn't actually match this actual look. Something about it is just throwing it off. So I'll go in and add just a little bit. Not too much. And I'll go in here with the small brush. This is a Morphe 213. And I'll just mix the colors together on the back of my hand to go over the Cupid's bow. To blend it in just a little bit better. Now for the inner eye highlight. These are my Give Me Glow Cosmetics glitters. So you can see them a little bit better. I think I want to go in with this glitter shade right here in the middle. I have to leave it below for you guys because I'm pretty sure it came out of one of my actual palettes. So I'm going to use this one right here. And this is going to be on a Sigma E30. Now that we're actually done with the actual makeup part of it, now we can go ahead and take these cat ears off and start going to the hair. I've already went ahead and added oil to my hair for the actual takedown. This is just a braid out on my washed hair. So we'll go ahead and start the actual takedown now that the makeup is done. So this way we can go ahead. We'll go ahead and do the takedown on the hair. Look at that. That's called husband and kids. And that's the cat. My cat be getting on my last nerves. Let me know if you guys have pets. And as much as you love them from time to time, you just be like, let me go ahead and look at how much it is to turn you into the Humane Society. But let's go ahead and go here. Plus I was born with gray hair. So my gray hair never really bothered me per se. but you start to take it down and it'll fluff itself out. But I have about 8 on this side and I think 7 on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and take this down and we'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like before I fluff it. Okay, so went ahead and changed my clothes and unfinished unfluffing my hair. So this is what it looks like when the braid out is just taken down with no extra fluffing or anything done to it. Of course, you may want to have bigger, fluffier hair. So how I normally go in and do that, maybe I shouldn't have put my rings on just yet. How I normally do that is I'll go in and I'll just start doing this with my roots. All over with the roots. And this will help separate out those parts and also give more volume to your actual curls. And I'll just go through and finish fluffing it out. And all of a sudden your hair gets super big, like super, super big. Let's take you out so you can see it a little bit better. Your hair starting to get super big. And it does bring just a little bit of frizz to it. But you separate it out and make sure the parts are pulled apart. And you can go ahead and leave it like this if you so choose to do so. I don't like my hair falling directly into my actual face. So I'll always wind up pulling it out of my actual face. And this is what the edges are looking like. So let's bring you in a little closer. This is what the edges are looking like with it. So what I want to go ahead and do, I want to go ahead and tame them, and I'm going to go ahead and use my She's Balm collection. I'm using their Balm Goop and also their Edge Control. And of course, I'll be taking and using my Edge Control brush and comb. Now, the Balm Goo literally will stay in your hair for days. You can also use this to lay your wigs down too, instead of using the Got To Be or a more permanent hair actual gel. I take just a little bit and working from the back of my hand. That's it right here on the back of my hand. And I'll just go into the edges just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a little. And then I'll go ahead and take the brush and the pomade, Edge Control, and I'll take just a little bit on the brush and on the back of my hand. And then we'll go back into the actual edges. And this just isn't to make it look like you have sculpted edges, because sculpted edges isn't what I'm going for right now. You can, if that's the look you want to go for, but I'm not going for sculpted edges. And that's the reason why I put the goo down with it, because the goo will actually hold this in place for me and leave my edges exactly the way I want them. So I just want slightly defined edges, but I still want them to kind of look soft and airy, if that makes sense, if you can understand what I'm saying right there. I still want them to be soft and airy. So in order to achieve that look, I have to go in here with quite a few different types of products just to pull it around. And it will stay put for as long as you leave it. So that isn't something you'll have to worry about there. And with this front, I'm not interested in the front actually having any type of edges to it. To be honest with you, I'm not. But I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit there. Just a little bit. From the curly cues that want to stick up any darn way. And again, I do have a little bit of edge control on the brush, but not a whole lot. Because I don't want super defined edges. I just want the hair to come and blend. And when you're Texlaxed, part of hair blending, when you have so many different textures and stuff with your hair, part of blending is going to be whatever your ends look like and whatever the actual hair looks like. So I'm more interested in that. Now I could do a better job right there. Let's stop playing. Like, Lynn, stop playing. This part right here, you're never gonna freaking see. But just in case, I can do just a little bit of a better job with it. And the extra product that you see in the hair, it'll go away. So don't worry about that, but also don't be heavy-handed. Because when it comes to this product, a little goes a very long way. Take my nail and just smooth over. Because a lot of that product that you see is actually my foundation. Like that right there, see that? That's just my foundation. That I'll go ahead and get rid of it from my actual nail. But there you have it. Front's done. And you really want to make sure you're merging your hair, your natural hair and your curls in, and just really taming the roots that are coming. And that's all I really do to it. Because my edges, it really doesn't matter what's going on with my edges. They have a tendency to want to do their own thing. And over here, I just take and just brush this down. With whatever products is left in the brush, I'm not really taming underneath over here. I'm just brushing it down. And I should take an actual safety pin. I'm sorry, bobby pin, not a safety pin. And just go ahead and put like one right here and one right here, just to keep the volume up and out of my face. Only because I don't like my hair in my face. But you'll take and you'll leave that alone. And you won't have to do anything else extra here. It'll stay just like that. So there is the actual hair done. With the edges that you can see. And the ones underneath that's hidden that I don't really care about. But I do make sure that it's still smooth. So that way, as you move your hair and do stuff, it's still all uniform and all the same. So that's it. Let's go ahead and put the rings back where they're supposed to be. And I got this from my local beauty store when I was living in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I got this back in 2011. But they do sell a lot of these now, so it's pretty easy for you guys to find these. Pretty much at any beauty supply stores, any places where they sell Indian style jewelry, you'll be able to find it. Now that we're done with the hair and the actual edges, I want to go ahead and look at something that I was looking at earlier. The eyes were a little too green for me. So I pulled out from JD Cosmetics, I pulled out their Royale Glitter. And I also went ahead and pulled out their liquid gel liner. And this is in Trans Slade. See the dual chrome effect of it? Purple, the green. It has a blue and shift in there too. So I was going to mix both of these together. Let's go ahead and bring you back in. Since it was coming off a little too green for me, I want to go ahead and go in first with the actual Trans Slade. Yeah, Trans Slade. And I'm just going to go over that part because the blue is there, but it's coming off a little too green for me. And I'm just going to go across it. And pulling it into the actual darker blue too. So as you turn, you can actually see it a little bit better. And I'll go ahead and go in with just a little bit of the blue glitter. because I definitely wanted more blue to this look. And now I'll go in with my pinky and kind of blend that out so it's not so harsh. So you start to get more of a blue feel to it. Still with the green there showing through to give it a little bit more pop. And you'll just keep layering and blending. And there we go. See as it turns? So that's what I wanted to have happen. Because it was just a little too green. Same thing on the other side. Since this is a duochrome, it's actually a multi-chrome. Because it shifts to about 4 different colors. I'm able to get in there and get a little bit more shift going. And just go back in. But in going in, I can't look up right now because it's still drying. But in going in and doing that, I went over my actual liner. The black liner that's down as a base. So I'll need to go in and just go back over my black liner. So that's what we're about to go ahead and do together. And going over your black liner, all I do is just take and pull my lashes down so I can see. And go back over it. Go ahead and do the other one. And again, just pull your lashes down so you can actually see. And you'll go in there. And looking down, you'll see where it just put 2 little dots right there. It's always something. I don't know if I actually want to go ahead and leave it like that. Or if I really want to go ahead and bring the glitter. And I gotta keep looking down. I had to see where my eye actually folds. I can go above that fold and bring it out. And you'll see right there, we got a little too much glitter on it. Just take a brush and clean that off. All I did was just take a brush and just wipe off the glitter because I want the line there. I just don't need the glitter there. So the base of it, just any pencil brush, the base of it while it's still wet, and just do that. So that'll help bring more definition to your actual eyes, and you'll let this dry. So if you got into this part of the video, that is it for the actual look. Now, no, it's not a blonde. It's still not dry yet. Plus, I gotta go ahead and flick away that black. And thank you so much for watching this video and coming along on this journey with me again. Welcome to 2019. I am back on my normal upload schedule. You guys will be getting anywhere between 3 to 4 videos a week. The days I haven't quite nailed down just yet, but I do know that my filming schedule is set up for 3 to 4 videos a week. And this is your actual final completed look. Again, the bottom part of the edges I wasn't really worried about because I wanted to look more or less like normal natural curled hair growing out, not necessarily a defined edge. If you want to do a defined edge, of course you can always do a defined edge, but the defined edge wasn't what I was going for in this particular look. And again, all of the products used will be listed in my description box below. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, families, and co-workers. And again, get a conversation started with me below. Go ahead and let me know what tutorials you want to see coming up, what clothing hauls you want to see coming up, what shoe hauls you want to see coming up, and any techniques or anything that you may have, you know, problems with, that you need a little bit more clarity. Just go ahead and let me know in the bottom bar in the description, in the comment section below, and we'll go ahead and go back and forth, and I'll go ahead and put that on my schedule. But until next time, thank you, YouTube.